It's been over 5 months since we started the 2025 season of the Grand Prix of St. Petersburg back in March. It all comes down to this. 2 more races to cap it off here at Portland International Raceway. Hello, race fans. My name is Rob Howden, joined by the new champion in USF 2000, Jack Jeffers. Jack, one more shot at it. We got USF 2000 after USF Pro 2000. You got to wait for a race. How do you approach this one? Championship's done. What does it mean?
I mean, it means a lot to wrap up the championship with 1 race to go, and it just takes all that pressure off your shoulders and all that weight, and you're able to just take a deep breath. And so now I can go to this last race and kind of really enjoy the actual form of motorsport and actually have a lot of fun in the race. Instead of being so focused on doing my job and executing, I can really just go out there and enjoy my last couple of laps in a USF 2000 car.
Pressure's off, as we know. Have you had a chance to look back maybe at the season, the highs, the lows, and that amazing run through the last couple of races of the year?
Yeah, looking back on the season, it was definitely an up and down year, very, very much a roller coaster every year. But, I look back to our charge up since Mid-Ohio and through Toronto and then this weekend too. It's been such an uphill battle, and we were able to charge forward and come out on top, and it's really amazing to see that all the hard work actually paid off.
We don't get a lot of times being able to run after an IndyCar race. There's going to be a lot of Firestone rubber out there. You're going to have your teammates out, Matt Clark, Joy Brienza, Carson Nett are going to be out for USF Pro. Are you expecting to get some intel from them before you take the green?
Yeah, as soon as they come off, I'll see if there's enough time for us to chit-chat and see and, ask Mac and Joey and Carson about their feedback on the track to see any last-minute adjustments we need to do to the car or my driving, if I need to switch up my line a little bit. But at the end of the day, again, we already have it wrapped up, so not too worried on that. I'm mainly just going to go out and try to repeat what I did yesterday. But, if people are in the battle, I kind of want to mix it up. I kind of want to dice it up a little bit.
One more run in the USF 2000 car. Are you already thinking about getting into the Pro car?
Oh, I've been thinking about it ever since. I've been thinking about it for probably since Toronto, obviously. But last night I really sunk in that at the Combine this year I'll be able to run that Pro car with the scholarship colors. So yeah, all I said on Pro. Definitely a little bittersweet to be leaving the 2000 car because it's the same as the junior car. So it's the same car I've driven the past 3 years. But yeah, eyes forward on the Pro car.
All 3 championships have been decided. 2 races here, as I said, USF Pro 2000 on the grid and getting ready to go. USF 2000 will follow them up. It's time for all these drivers to have some fun. That one last run here at Portland International Raceway, and for Jack Jeffers, trying to put the exclamation point on the end of a championship season. After this break, we'll come back with the full driver lineup. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Portland International Raceway. The IndyCar event just wrapping up. Big victory for Will Power. And we are set to go with USF Pro 2000. Back-to-back races, USF 2000 up to cap off the 2025 season. Again, my name is Rob Howden. Right at it to the green flag with Max Garcia and Matt Clark in the front row. Ladies and gentlemen, we are green, green, green. And we'll race down in to turn number 1. Right back at it again. We'll go 6 wide down into turn number 1. Coming around the outside. Great start there for Alessandro Gattulio. One driver further back, up and over top of the curbing. Having to go all the way through the escape route. Well done for that turn 3 driver to try to get around there. But Max Garcia is going to go to the lead once again. If he gets this victory here, it'll be 9 wins on the season. Already the championship, those 9 wins would tie him with Kyle Kirkwood for the single season record. Looks like wing damage potentially there for Matt Clark, and that's the battle for the second spot in the points. I think we may have an issue on track at this point. No, pace car's still there, but I believe wing damage for Matt Clark. That is going to be tough for him, yeah. He's likely going to have to pit for a new wing. Matt Clark falling. You see the damage there. I think it might have been in the back of Garcia or potentially Gattulio. He's fallen down the field already. I expect that he will come to pit lane here. He's going to hope for a yellow flag, and here's a driver way off at the outside of turn number 11. Not sure if that driver got all the way to the wall or not. Here comes Clark in with that wing damage. That team's got to go to work to get him back out. Driver went off the racetrack, taking the escape route, back on track. Might have been one of the VRD cars. We'll see as they come across the line. So again, just getting settled into the opening laps here for USF Pro 2000. Their final race of the 2025 season. USF 2000 waiting in the wings as well. Number 33 of Tyke Durst having to make a stop in pit lane as well. He'll get back out. They're going to work here on the car of Matt Clark as well. Wonder not whether there's additional damage. Will they be able to get him back out here in time? The field coming through. I don't see Clark rolling down the order here right now, so maybe more damage to the car of Matt Clark as he tries to hold on to second place in the points. This would be damaging for the young Canadian driver who is second place coming in. Elkin third, DeTulio fourth in the points. Field rocketing down the front straightaway. Big lead right now for Max Garcia. Here comes Clark back on track, but he will be a lap down. Clark back on the power. Tough one for Mac. Solid second place finish yesterday, vaulting him up over top of Ariel Elkin by 9 points. He's trying to hold on to second in the championship. Elkin currently running in the third spot. That opening lap could take Clark out of the top three in points. That's how close it is for second, third, fourth, and fifth. He's not going to go back to fifth. He's 20 points ahead of Alessandro DeTulio. DeTulio currently running second, so the drivers behind him second and third. DeTulio and Elkin. Tough for him not to be able to get back out here, a lap down now. So he's going to have to hope for some attrition here over this 30-lapper. Disaster for Matt Clark. The Canadian fans back home in Milton, Ontario will be gutted for this one. He'll do his best to try to get himself to the end. He's going to need some attrition, as I said. Because finishing potentially in the 16th spot, Clark would have 242 points. The lowest he would drop would be to fourth. So 342. Elkin only needs to finish in sixth to be able to top him, to get to 343. DeTulio, DeTulio would need to finish second to tie Matt Clark and then take that position based on race wins. Garcia, DeTulio, Elkin, Douglas Costello, the top five. 3 laps in. A 30-lapper here for USF Pro 2000. 25 laps for the drivers in USF 2000. We'll go back-to-back races to cap off the 2025 season. It's been an awesome run through the races. St. Petersburg, NOLA Motorsports Park, the month of May at Indianapolis with the road course of the Oval. From there to Road America, Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course for a couple of races with juniors, and 2000 Pro, IMSA and IndyCar. Of course, Toronto. Road America for USF Juniors as well, part of the Grid Life program. So many great races this year. So again, disaster for Matt Clark. The biggest storyline here, the opening couple of laps. As Clark with damage, front wing damage, lost a lap coming into pit lane to get that repaired. Had a lead over Ariel Elkin in the points of just 9 markers. So everybody's settling in here early. Lost my feed here in live timing to see the video here, so we're going to call it by live timing. We're going to call it by... Oh, I've lost all my feed here as well. I've lost live timing here as well. Everything's gone in the tower. Perfect. Max Garcia, your leader, as I'd said before. Lead now, 2.2 seconds. Garcia trying to stretch away to his record-tying 9th win of the year. Championship locked and loaded in Toronto. DeTulio up top. See what kind of battles we have on the racetrack here now. You see a great shot there, again, coming through the festival chicane. Decent start. Being told some issues for Michael Costello on the racetrack as well. We're going to have a chance to see the replay of that. Coming through turn number 1. Oh, Costello hammered the apex and up over top of the curbing as well. Frankie Moss been able to get through. That looks like right front damage for sure. That was a couple of laps ago, and the 20 of Michael Costello clouded the concrete on the inside of turn number 1. They hammer over those curbs. Just took a little bit too much and hammered the right front. Looks to me like damage. We'll see whether or not he has to pit or whether he's going to try to limp it. It's still a long way to go. We're only 7 laps, 6 laps really in to a 30-lap contest. It's been just an incredible season for Max Garcia, the driver from Coconut Grove, Florida. Run for Pabst Racing, 2nd consecutive championship, won the USF2000 championship last year. Already has, of course, as we know, the USF Pro 2000 championship as well, back-to-back, just as Kyle Kirkwood and Christian Rasmussen did in their run-up through the USF Pro championship ladder. Maybe even more impressive, though, over those 2 laps, Max Garcia has finished every race lap. Not a mistake on his part, not an error where he drove off, ended his race early. Shout out to Pabst Racing as well. They've given him a car. 0 mechanical issues, 0 failures, able to get him through to the end of every race. If he does it here, it'll be 2 straight years of finishing every lap, and that is consistency that you don't often see at this level of competition. In USF Juniors, in fact, only 1 driver finishing every lap, and that was young Maddie Collar, and one of the 3 young ladies in the series. Maddie finishing every lap of the season. Here's the fight we got coming here now. That's DeTulio scrapping it out here. No, that is that DeTulio and Ariel Elkin potentially in the middle of that fight. Pick up the number. I think it's actually the number 3. That's Brady Gold and Max Taylor. Pick up the right turn 3 motorsports car. Max Taylor going to work now to try to get by Brady Gold. Oh, big move to the inside. Look at this. Gorgeous move to the bottom of the racetrack. Book it. Max Taylor through. Taylor goes to 7th. Got a driver off. I believe that may be one of the TJ Speed cars. Caution flag is out. That's the number 26 of Miles Bromley. His debut weekend here after working with TJ Speed as a mechanic all season long. Tough day yesterday. He was in the wall in turn number 2. Now finds himself in the wall in turn number 12. So that lead of 2.8 seconds that Max Garcia had now down and gone, as we will have a complete lineup change, restart, set him up again, and get back at it. DNF now for Michael Costello. DNF for Cooper Becklin, Miles Bromley as well. Matt Clark's going to go up now into the, I believe, 13th position. So again, we talked about him needing attrition. At 13, he'd be at 345. We're going to have a replay of the incident here with Bromley coming out of the corner. Not hard, as we know, to drop a wheel coming through. He's got off the track through turn 11, trying to get himself back on, and he's going to clout the left rear. Almost made it through, but hard side contact there for Miles Bromley. Matt Clark's going to get a chance to see if he can't get himself back through the field, potentially trying to unlap himself. He's got the pace here to run up front this weekend. Just tough luck there with the wing damage. But again, as I said, as he runs on the racetrack right now, he would be finishing in 13th spot. That would put him at 345 points. Ariel Elkin would need to finish 5th to tie him, and he has 3 wins, so that would be the tiebreaker. DeTulio would have to win. So Clark still potentially holding on to P3. DeTulio has to win for Clark to drop to 4th as they run on the racetrack now. Any more attrition would help move Clark back up. He's currently 13th. Another great start for Max Garcia, not surprising. It did get dicey down into turn number 1, as we had said. Ten laps down when they come back around. 20 more to go, and they are indeed coming down the front straightaway now to put lap number 10 in the books. The AMR IndyCar safety team doing their best to get that issue cleaned up over in turn number 12. The machine of Miles Bromley, pretty easy to get it up on the hook and back into the paddock area. Garcia leads, DeTulio second, Elkin in third, Douglas fourth, Mossman fifth, Joey Brienza in sixth spot, Max Taylor runs in seventh after getting by Brady Gold with that great pass on the inside of turn 1. Sebastian Manson now runs in ninth, Carson Eder up into the 10th spot, George Garciarci in 11th, Tyke Durst is 12th, Matt Clark 13th. Garcia had built a pretty nice little lead, and we saw the scrap kind of lining up between DeTulio and Elkin. We had the fight between Golan and Taylor. We're going to press the reset button and do it all over again. USF2000 drivers still hanging out over in the paddock area. We'll get them out on the track here for their final race of the season as well. If you're trackside still here, no need to jump in the car and you get into the traffic jam right now. Enjoy a couple of races here in the USF Pro Championships. As we always do, shout out to those of you on the YouTube channel. I expect the chat's probably pretty lively here to cap off this year's campaign. Schedule starting to come together for 2026. Of course, as you know, we run many of our races with IndyCar, so waiting for them to officially lock their schedule down. We'll be able to then kind of complete the final puzzle pieces of ours as well. Fully expect that we'll start the season at the Grand Prix of St. Petersburg once again, as we have for the last many years. I'll tell you, DeTulio right up there on the back of Garcia. We're going back to green. And away we go. Big run down. You're going to get a couple of overtakes. Some guys are going to get aggressive in the final race of the year here down into turn number 1. Couple drivers sweeping way wide. Oh, a couple of brake lockups coming through there as well. There's more damage. A couple of drivers getting involved there. One off the racetrack. One goes further back. I think that maybe Max Taylor, with some damage on the car. At least he went through the cutoff. Another driver slow coming out of turn number 3 as they are scrapping away here again. Sounds like both cars have continued, so no damage. Thought we may have had some wheel-to-wheel contact, and that normally will play out with some suspension damage, but both those drivers able to continue. Spotters telling us no, we indeed have a car stopped on the racetrack. Another full course yellow. Sounds like the number 3 of Brady Golan. Brady was having a great run up there in the 8th position, but a potential issue for him as well. So just as we were getting started, as we all know though, cautions breed cautions, and that is the driver over in turn number 3. All right, we got a couple of shots here of what happened at this restart. You saw the chaos that happened, so we'll have a better look. A couple of drivers locking up wheels on the entry. One of them I think was Frankie Mossman, but the driver on the far right on this picture. Watch a little further back, because they're 4 wide coming into turn number 1. One of the Paps cars pitching across. They're through cleanly, but there's the contact further back there. That might have been, I think it could have been Joey Brienza potentially into the back of one of those cars. You saw the machine of Max Taylor having to cut through the middle. I don't know whether or not he has damage there on the front of the car, able to continue on. Here's the other shot we love coming through. Big lock up there for Costello. He tries to come back around. He's going to be fine. There's the shot there. I think that maybe Yeah, I think that Taylor might have gotten the back of Brienza. Brienza's lost his front wing as well. Man, a lot of chaos. Costello into pit lane and back out. There's that wing sitting right there as well. Cautions breed cautions, do they not? Especially with one of the more chaotic opening corner complexes in North American motorsports. The Festival Chicane is always the outlier on the weekend, right? The possibility always of issues. Number 91 of Joey Brienza into pit lane. He's back out. I don't know whether or not we have anybody that's actually fully damaged here. We'll give you a rundown when they come back around. Come out of the final corners here. Pace car, I believe, still on the racetrack. Yeah, so one more lap around here. Brienza lucky to be able to get in and get that front wing changed and stay on the lead lap. So here's what we've got coming across the line. Max Garcia, the leader. DeTulio runs in second. Elkin third. Mossman fourth. Jacob Douglas now fifth. Sebastian Manson up to sixth spot. Carson Eder runs in seventh. George Garce Arce in eighth. Tyke Durst ninth. Joey Brienza 10th. Matt Clark now 11th. They've got the car of Michael Costello back on the racetrack, but he is 6 laps down. Taylor is a lap down. Golan's a lap down. And Becklin 2 laps down. So believe it or not, Matt Clark now up into the 11th position. What does that mean in the points? He'll have 347. Yeah, DeTulio's got a win now to tie Clark. Elkin just needs, I believe, to finish fourth to leapfrog over Clark into second spot. 13 laps down. Max Taylor's going to be able to get back on the racetrack. They've got a new wing or whatever had to be repaired to his machine. I believe that was the front wing for Taylor, so he's back on track. He's on the same lap as Matt Clark. AMR IndyCar safety team retrieving the wing of Max Taylor. Chaotic action there. There's a lot of drivers here right now that with an opportunity to get maybe their best finishes of the year. Sebastian Manson up in 6th. Eder 7th. Garcia Arce 8th. Tyke Dirk looking for another top 10. Other drivers like Joey Brienza trying to get some more points as well. Clark loving this attrition. Clark gets one more spot. That would, if he gets into the top 10, that would move him to 358. That would eliminate DeTulio from being able to top him. So one more spot for Clark locks him into at least third. Ariel Elkin trying to control his destiny to see if he can't grab second place in the championship. Very impressive young driver from Israel. Ran USF Juniors last year with Inter MS, multi-time winner on the season last season. Jumped over USF 2000 to the pro category and dominated, I would say dominated the action to a certain extent in the month of May. Won 2 of the 3 races on the road course at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And then just 2 weeks later, a surprise victor in the oval event, the Freedom 90 out at the Carbonite Classic at Indianapolis Raceway Park. After 2 DNFs, actually a DNF and a DNS, did not start the second race in St. Petersburg. He thought likely his season was done. But he's fought back with such great races, a ton of podium finishes for Ariel Elkin, good consistency. He's got himself right now, as we see, getting a chance to fight for second place in points. Matt Clark a lap back. He and Taylor 1 lap down. Golan 3 laps down. Becklin 3 laps down. Bromley now out of the race after the incident. Michael Costello back on track, but he's 7 laps down. Lights are out of the pace car. DeTulio's going to be trying to get that win. He needs that win now. Alessandro DeTulio wants to get another victory. Scored the win in Toronto as well. Very promising start to the season, but some issues midway through the campaign. A couple issues. Well, Max Garcia rose to the challenge, stepped it up. Back at it again. Out of 12. And Here comes the punch off. Green flag flying at start finish. Does Garcia have enough to hold off Tullio? He does have a bit of a gap. All the way down to the bottom of the racetrack goes Elkin. Fast Frankie Mossman in the 84 VRD machine to the outside. He's going to try to come across the bow. Mossman not quite there. Rest of the field rolling through. One driver going deep and off and going to go through the corner. Yep, he's going to have to take the cutoff. That's Brady Golan. Garcia defends. Big run around the outside. That's Clark working his way back forward. Matt Clark's trying to unlap himself. He is a man possessed right now. Matt Clark. Yeah, if he can get himself back out front and then potentially get another yellow, all he's got to do is fight his way forward a couple more spots. He's currently in the 11th position. Tenth spot for Matt Clark locks in, I believe, would lock in third place in the points at the very least. And he is up on the wheel. Right there on Mossman now. Halfway to go. 15 down. It'll be 14 remain when they come across the line. Lap 16 goes in the books now. Where's our next move coming from? It's Taylor trying to unlap himself, too. He's going to throw it up the inside of the racetrack. Does he get the move done? He's going to go to the bottom of one of the turn 3 cars, and he gets through. Whew, good stuff. Max Taylor digging. Joey Brienza able to get by Tyke Durst on that lap, so move Brienza now up into 9th. Durst runs 10th. As they run on the racetrack right now, it will be Garcia, Elkin, Clark. Your top 3 of the final points. Clark trying to fight his way back. Down that back straightaway. Rocketing into turn number 9, 10, 11, and 12. Great complex of corners here. A little wide on the exit there for Taylor, or maybe just trying to see if he can't line up the next driver in front of him. He's trying to go after Garcia Arce, I believe. Yeah, Taylor in the draft of Garcia Arce. Watch this. He's close. Does he drive it to the inside? Not quite. Thinks about it. Yeah, he's through again. Book it. Another pass. Taylor's a lap down, but he just got by Garcia Arce, so he's running 8th on the racetrack, but a lap down. Clark and Taylor, 11th to 12th. Yeah, they're not sitting back here. They're going to thrash these race cars here. You'd expect both Clark and Taylor focusing on trying to get themselves up into the Indy Next program in 2026. They're trying to put on a show, no doubt. Next driver in front of Max Taylor would be Carson Eder. He's running in 7th. This season high running order. We'll see if Eder can cap the season off with a strong finish here. He's running good. Taylor, I believe, able to get by at the end of the back straightaway, so move Taylor up another spot, at least on the racetrack. Still that lap down, as we had said. Where's the next battle going to come from? Mossman, I think, maybe by Elkin. That could be the battle. Frankie Mossman trying to get Ariel Elkin. Mossman wants to get back on the podium. Finished 3rd yesterday after starting pole. Beat himself up a little bit with a lockup coming down into turn number 1. Went a little deep into the braking zone, and that allowed Garcia to go over-under to take the spot. So he'll like to get back on the podium again. Finish the season off in style. Frankie Mossman, if he were to come back for USF Pro 2000 next year, would be 100% one of the primary title contenders. Really dialing things in with that car, VRD, the whole crew over the second half of the season. Almost won the race at Toronto as well. Tullio threw it to the inside of turn 1 in the final lap. Actually tapped the wall of the exit. Mossman coming home P2 there, but watching that victory slip narrowly through his fingers. Garcia pulling away again. A Max Garcia victory. Tullio 2nd. Clark 10th, or 11th rather. Still puts him in 3rd spot. Clark wants P2 in that championship, though. So tough to see that wing damage early. I'm sure he was gutted when he had to pit. Here's Costello scrapping it out with Garcia Arce as well. Tyke Durst in the middle of the fight. Durst able to get back by Joey Brienza. Awesome drive for Durst. Another driver into pit lane and back out. Who's that? That's Brienza. He's had to come into pit lane. Brienza into pit lane like it may have been a drive-through. Yeah, being told avoidable contact for Brienza, and that's going to drop him back. Still on the lead lap, still digging. That drive-through putting him 30 seconds or more behind. Big lead now. Oh, here comes the fight again. Look at this. This is Taylor continues trying to push his way forward. He's a lap down, but he'll send it up the inside there on Sebastian Manson. Taylor out to prove a point right now. He's a lap back, but he's grabbing spots left and right. Taylor on fire. Clark right in the middle of the mix as well. He's right on the gearbox of Frankie Mossman, trying to see if he can't get Frankie to go after Elkin. That's what he needs. He needs Elkin to go back out into the fourth spot. What would that put Ariel in fourth? That'd be 347. Clark sitting at 347 as well. If Clark gets to 10th and Elkin finishes fourth, Clark's going to hold on to second. Clark needs a top 10 here. But Elkin still has his own destiny in his hands if he's able to finish third. Mossman, though, getting right there. Look at everybody's lining up. Here comes Taylor as well. Wow, that is third, fourth, fifth. That's your third, fourth, 11th, and fifth all in line as Taylor's digging. Big defensive run to the inside for Elkin there. He is stacking him up behind him. Clark starting to get a bit aggressive. I think he wants to get by. If he can get by Mossman, he's going to go to the inside. No. If he gets by Mossman and gets by Elkin, potentially helping Mossman get through. That's got to be the strategy for Clark right now. Do whatever you can as the disruptor to see if you can't get Elkin back a couple of spots. 9 laps remaining. Ariel Elkin running third would take second in points. Second in points, third in the racetracks puts Elkin at 350. That would be enough to put him P2, jump back over top of Matt Clark. So many permutations still laying down here. Clark and Taylor, 1 lap back. Both drivers with front wing damage having to come in for a replacement. Clark desperately needs Mossman to make that move for second, or for third, rather. Garcia, DeTulio, Elkin, Mossman, Douglas, top 5. 6th, Manson. 7th, Eder. 8th, Garcia Arce. 9th, Durst. 10th, Brienza. Yeah, Joey lost at least 20-plus seconds on that pit stop. Having to do the drive-through for avoidable contact. .2025 season ticking away here for USF Pro 2000. The top drivers of this USF Pro 2000 championship ladder. Just 7 laps remain. Mossman still digging. Awesome run today for Carson Eder as well, the young driver of Villa Park, California, in the Priority Workforce number 92. GATC Health, another sponsor on that car. Eder's been digging hard all year long. He's had a lot of bad luck as well. He's had some equipment failure, a couple of wheel issues. This would be a great way for him to finish off what's been a trying season. He was dealing with a shoulder injury as well midway through the season that really hampered his ability to maximize his race car. But putting in a solid effort here. His rookie season running USF Pro 2000 and are currently running in that 7th position. 7 to go. As they run on the racetrack, Clark in 11th, 347 points. Elkin in 3rd, 350. It would be a 3-point swing. Garcia has led the most laps, qualified on the pole, and has the fastest lap already. It could be a 33-point banger again. Remember, a win here is 9th, would tie the record with Kyle Kirkwood. Mossman throwing everything at him now. Clark's going to go at it as well. Matt Clark trying to get around Mossman. And he's going to potentially clear him down into turn number 4. He's got to book it. Clark around the outside of 4. So Clark now goes in to 4th on the racetrack. Again, for him, just showing what he's got. Lap down, keeps digging. He's been able to go around Frankie Mossman. Mossman didn't have what it took to get to Elkin, and I think Clark is ready to show what he's got. He wants to say, listen, I may be a lap down, but I deserve to be on the podium. Trying to drive from the tail of the field after damage back up to the what would be a podium. Won't be because he's a lap down, but he wants to get himself P3 on the racetrack. See if Mossman can come with him. Alessandro DiTullio running there in the 2nd position. That would be 342 points. Clark at 347. He'd still maintain 3rd by 5 points over DiTullio. Our USF 2000 drivers now getting ready to go as well. We'll go right to victory lane, get our interviews with our drivers, talk to the race winner, and head right up back here to the tower to get things going for USF 2000 to completely finish this year's USF Pro Championships calendar. 5.5 months since we started things off at the Grand Prix of St. Petersburg. It's been a heck of a season for 75 drivers all told running in the program this year. Talent from all over the world all coming to this program trying to make their dreams come true of getting to the NTT IndyCar Series. A little battling further back. Look at this. Big run. Clark's going to go to the inside of Elkin. He's through into turn number 9 and 10. Wow. Clark. And here comes Taylor as well. These two drivers who are lapped down are charging. Taylor's going to make a move here as well. All the way down to the bottom of the racetrack. Taylor's going to go to the inside on the 27 to Elkin. Both these drivers are lapped down, trying to put on a show. In comes Taylor. He'll take the spot. Elkin goes back around Clark. Taylor sends it up the inside. Book it. He's through. Wow. Oh, this is good stuff. Two drivers a lap down. Couple of them racing for 2nd and 3rd in the points. Significant cash award coming for 2nd over that of 3rd. Talk about a show. Look at this. Down to the inside. Oh, Clark gets into the side of Elkin. Locks the brakes up. Who else is through? Clark locked it up, trying to the inside of turn number 7. I think Elkin get back through. Taylor leads that group now. Taylor down to the bottom. Mossman's going to try to go around the outside. Book it. He's through it too. Mossman now goes to P3. Mossman to 3rd. I think Douglas is through as well. Douglas now trying to see if he can't get by Taylor. Race control on the radio with the drivers who are a lap down now late in this run, asking them to remove themselves from this hardcore racing for the final positions in the top 5. I mean, you're a lap down, you're allowed to race. I don't have the actual overall rule at the top of my head of when you have to kind of give it up. Both those drivers were coming forward trying to unlap themselves. As they run now on the racetrack, it's Garcia, P1, DeTulio second, Mossman third, Douglas fourth, Elkin fifth. Sixth is Manson, seventh is Eder, eighth is Garcia Arce, ninth, 10th is Brienza. Taylor getting by Matt Clark moves him down to 12th. So he's going to have 346 points. Elkin now P5. That's 345. 1 point difference now. Elkin gets back to fourth. Elkin back to fourth, 347 to 346. Clark needed to get back to that spot. Douglas to third, Elkin to fourth. Elkin takes back P2 in the championship. This is epic stuff. Out front, cruising, Max Garcia trying to get that 9th win to tie himself with Kyle Kirkwood. Season high, record of 9. This is good stuff for the championship battle. Second, third, fourth, and fifth, we knew the fight was on. In all this, Carson Eder's got himself up into 6th spot. Mossman goes back to 7th. Mossman had 3rd. Final lap. 3 wide down the back straightaway. Full send from the inside. Douglas and Clark going at it. Big move to the bottom as well. This is Clark and Taylor going at it for a spot. This could be for second in the points, folks. Clark's back through. Elkin's in a drag race. How's it going to end at the line? White flag flying, 1 to go. 1 lap remaining. Across the bow again. Clark's going to lose another spot. Manson's up in there. Clark needs to get back in front of Taylor. Garcia well out front. A lot of race control. I believe the couple of drivers being told to swap positions. I don't know if it's for contact, whether it's for blocking, whatever it is. A lot of race control action here. This thing is crazy to finish. Here he comes, though, folks. Another win. 9 on the season. Max Garcia wins the final race of the year and ties Kyle Kirkwood for the season high of 9 victories. DeTulio across the line for second. Everybody trying to finish things off. We'll pick it up after they get around to see where the dust settles. Jacob Douglas, I think, is going to grab third. Elkin, I think, fourth would likely be enough to grab second in the points. They went at it. Max Garcia with the win. Alessandro DeTulio second. Jacob Douglas third. Ariel Elkin goes to fourth. Waiting for things to line up as they come across the line here. Clark, I believe, is going to end in the 12th position. Waiting for Joey Brienza. He's 10th, and he crossed the line in 10th. So Matt Clark ending up in the 12th spot. This is unofficially. We'll have 346 points. Ariel Elkin in 4th, 347. Elkin by 1 point, taking second place in the championship. Again, unofficial. There was a lot of action there. We may have some post-race adjustments. But as it stands, Garcia, DeTulio, and Douglas on the box in the final USF Pro 2000 race of the year. Man, they tossed some fuel on the fire there. That was wild. Great racing. And kind of lost in all the craziness was Max Garcia's 9th win of the year. Put him in the record books alongside Kyle Kirkwood. A record 9 wins in 2025 en route to the championship. Great drive for Alessandro DeTulio as well. He ends up finishing in second. 332 points, so he'll be fourth in the championship. Max Taylor and Matt Clark putting on a show, coming back forward. Woo! Race winner working his way up here now. As you see the top 10 Garcia, Tutulio, Douglas, Elkin, and Manson. Great run for Sebastian Manson, his best run of the season. Carson Eder in 6th, George Garcia 7th, Tyke Durst 8th, Frankie Mossman 9th, Joey Brienza rounding out the top 10. And I expect a little bit of emotion right now for Max Garcia. Final race in the USF Pro Championship program, 3rd year of the series. 2 in USF 2000, 1 here in USF Pro 2000. Final race with Pabst Racing as well, as he will move on to another team in Indy next. Garcia, 9 race wins. Unbelievable drive for the young man out of Coconut Grove, Florida. Just 16 years of age. We talk about generational talents. Kyle Kirkwood most definitely one, and I've had the fortune of watching young Max Garcia come up through the cadet karting ranks into junior, jumping into a race car at just 13 years of age to do some testing. Wasn't able to run the first race of his USF 2000 career. And he is a 9-time winner in USF Pro 2000 competition. His career in USF Pro 2000 is done. He'll be behind the wheel of an Indy Next car very, very soon to start testing for 2026, where he will wear the USF Pro Championships championship livery. What a run for Max Garcia. Great drive for Alessandro Tutulio as well, as I had said. Jacob Douglas in 3rd, Ariel Elkin 4th, Sebastian Manson 5th, Carson Eder and Sebastian Manson. Both these drivers, their best races of the year coming in the final race. Manson finishing in 5th, Eder in 6th spot, George Garcia Arce in 7th, Tyke Durst another top 10 8th, Frankie Mossman 9th, and Joey Brienza rounding out the top 10. Max Taylor and Matt Clark, those drivers who had to pit to get the new wings on, they did whatever they could to fight their way back, but they finished 11th and 12th, respectively. Clark coming 1 point shy. Actually, he needed 2 points. A tie would have still given second in points to Ariel Elkin based on his 3 wins. But indeed, in the points, unofficially, Max Garcia, Ariel Elkin, and Matt Clark. All right, folks, going to pass it on over here. We're going to head down to Victory Lane. When I'm done there, right back up to the tower, and we're going to dive right on into USF 2000.
Thank you, sir. My friend Rob Houghton headed down to Victory Circle. Phil putting on the headset again. Phil, 3 races down on what has been a record-setting day. I kid you not, my friend. 97 degrees at 3 o'clock, making it the hottest Grand Prix of Portland of all time.
It's not flat. Anyhow, awesome. You're right. It was warm. Great racing. Bobby, we still got one more to go.
We do. We have one more to go. We got USF 2000 to come up with their final race of the afternoon. 25 laps, I believe, because they just did 30. Yes. Yeah, 25. Thank you. Timing, by the way, shout out to our friends from USF with the timing scoring up here in the booth. Those guys have been fantastic, feeding us tons of information throughout the course of the day, and those guys work really, really hard, so thank you for that. But congratulations, Max Garcia, another beautiful win on a very dominant season.
And moving up next year.
Yep,
so
moving up next year
to finish it out, just like Will Power. That was a great way to finish out his day. Great run for Ray Hall, by the way.
Oh, my gosh, finished 4th, right?
Isn't that great? Yeah.
Great run for him, great result for him. Bobby not here, like we said, this weekend because he's attending a family friend's wedding, but what a run for Graham Rahal. And when Pelot went off, that second to last lap, I was like, is Graham going to end up finishing 3rd? But shout out to Alex Pelot, clinching another championship. He's now a 4-time NTT IndyCar champion. And somebody put out on social media, and I totally agree with this. They said the guy is 28 years old. He's a 4-time IndyCar champion, and he can't get a sniff of a Formula One test. What is wrong with people?
I have no clue. You're
absolutely correct. And I respond. I'm like, listen, you put them in equal cars. Mm-hmm. IndyCar drivers beat Formula One drivers 8 out of 10 races. Guarantee it.
Yeah, and like you said earlier, they're faster.
Yep.
They've been through it all, and I agree.
As Rob Howland would say, book it. So, let's bring back a series, like an all-star race. Let's put everybody in spec cars and let's let the driving talent settle it. But congrats again to Alex Pelot, 4th time to win the NTT IndyCar Championship. What a great weekend for him. Congratulations to Chip Ganassi. But, yes, congratulations to Team Penske and Will Power.
Yep. Got
it off their backs. Will, so far, we got 2 races left. We'll see what happens. 1 win for the team, 1 pole. for Willpower pretty awesome.
And that might make it, like they said earlier, a tough decision for Penske coming.
Yeah, absolutely.
Into
Captain,
the year, for sure.
Captain has to make a decision. But again, how do you let a guy that's won an Indy 500 for you, won 2 NTT,
exactly. And then just fresh off a win, too.
Yep. Fresh off a win. Best way to do it, I mean, that's your resume, right? You always show your latest body of work, and hopefully that's enough to keep him around. But if not, we'll see the dominoes fall during silly season, and I'm sure anybody that picks up Willpower will be beyond happy to have him there. So
exactly.
Getting ready for Rob Howden down in Victory Circle. We're going to celebrate the USF Pro 2000 Championship. Final race for them this year, and we are going to head down to our friend Rob Howden in Victory Circle. Rob, take it away.
Bobby, thank you so much. Indeed, standing by here right now with Jacob Douglas. That was chaos, that battle for third on back. You obviously were able to close up and just walk me through what you saw from the cockpit.
Yeah, no, it was a pretty crazy race. Wasn't too sure who was on what lap for a bit of it there, but no, it worked out in the end. Big thanks to the Pabst Racing crew. Yeah, we managed to navigate our way through and finish the year on a solid podium. Was great.
How about doing it with a brand new sponsor as well?
Yeah, no, massive thanks to my sponsor for this weekend, Ness Campbell, for coming on board. Super cool for them to be here for their home Grand Prix. Big thank you to them.
Well done. Way to finish the season off strong.
Cool. Cheers. Thank you.
Jacob Douglas finishing in seconds by Alessandro DiTullio coming on. Join me over here, Alessandro. Get a chance to talk to the driver coming home in second spot. 4 wins on the season. You end up 4th in the championship, we believe, unofficially. Just overall good run. You were able to get out for a strong second-place finish.
Yeah, good race. Obviously, we were lacking pace this week, but the team has worked really hard all year. We've had up and downs, but yeah, like you said, coming off with 4 wins, and we'll see after this, after post-race reviews, as I believe there should be some things done, but that's not in my control. So yeah, let's see. Good race.
Congrats on a great season, my friend.
Thank you.
Alessandro DiTullio, folks, finishing in that second spot. Let's head over and get things underway with the award presentations here. We'll talk to the race winner, Max Garcia, up on the box here. We'll get all these guys over to get things underway here. They're hiding in the shade right now. We'll bring these drivers over. Our penultimate podium here of the 2025 season, USF 2000 drivers ready to go on the grid. We'll have them out here momentarily to fire up their last race of the year. But let's start out by bringing out the drivers here, finishing in third, second, and first. Finishing third spot, just had a chance to talk with a young Kiwi, Jacob Douglas, finishing in third spot for Pabst Racing. Excellent job for Jacob, far side there. Finishing in second, a great season as well for Turn 3 Motorsports, Alessandro DiTullio. Last but not least, he now goes into the record books. He has tied Kyle Kirkwood for a season-high 9 race wins. Already your champion. A round of applause for Pabst Racing's Max Garcia. Max, come back here, a quick chat with you. Last time in USF Pro Championships, your last time in this car. Exclamation point on the end of the season. Congratulations. Give me your thoughts on that race.
No, it feels great. We knew we had the pace. We knew we had the car. So, just incredible that I could do it for the team.
You think back to those race wins in St. Petersburg. How great did it feel to start the season, and how great does it feel to be with Pabst Racing here and celebrating tomorrow night at the banquet?
It feels great, and especially to do it with a win, so we have even more to celebrate, not just the championship. But it's been a great year and a great 3 years, so thanks to everyone at Pabst.
Congratulations, my friend. We'll let you go on now. And he's going Indy next racing in 2026, folks. Max Garcia. 9 wins on the season, the exclamation point at the end of the campaign. Couple of wins here in Portland. Locked down the championship in Toronto. What a drive for the young man. A couple of Pabst Racing drivers on the podium. Turn 3 with Alessandro DiTullio. Again, these drivers just 2 steps away from the NTT IndyCar Series. All 3 of them focused on trying to work their way up to the big show here in this North American open wheel program. Great to have those part of the USF Pro Championships. As we said, 3 years in the program for Max Garcia, 2 years in USF 2000, back-to-back championships in USF 2000 and USF Pro 2000. We will proudly watch him next year in the USF Pro Championships livery, the title championship livery that all the drivers have to run. We'll watch what he can do following the footsteps of guys like Lockie Hughes, Miles Rowe, and the IndyCar drivers already coming through who have won championships: Renus VK, Kyle Kirkwood, Stingray Robb, Christian Rasmussen, and Louis Foster. Dropping the age-appropriate sparkling beverage. Guys, one last time here in 2025. Grip it and rip it. Let's Spray that champagne and celebrate the 2025 season. The completion for USF Pro 2000. Great way to cap things off. Gentlemen, nicely done. All race today. One more to go. USF 2000 drivers on the grid. Back up to the tower. It is time to go racing.
Thank you, Rob. We are getting ready to fire up the engines. We were just told we were about 3 minutes away from firing up the engines for USF 2000 in the final race of the weekend of the BitNile.com Grand Prix of Portland, presented by Ask ROI. Phil, we've seen 9 races so far, 1 last to go. Oh, brother, it's been an amazing weekend, and I know we're set for 25 laps of incredible action left with this. And you know, I'm already excited for next year, but we're back in 3 weeks.
3 weeks right here at Portland International Raceway for the NASCAR Xfinity, their 4th visit here, I believe. With the ARCA Menard Series. Now, I just got word, going to have some other cars run here, too. A lot of BMWs, right?
I am excited for
Remember those?
It's going to be, dude,
that'll be fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun. It's great seeing the support series come in and support these other classes and these other races. So it's really fantastic.
Tickets still available.
So. Raceportland.com has all of your information if you want to figure out parking passes, tickets. If you have questions about certain events happening around the race, Raceportland.com. Follow us on socials as well. On Instagram and Facebook, just Race Portland on Facebook, and Twitter and Instagram, race_Portland. That's where you can find all the information in regards to what's coming up for the Pacific Office Automation 147 now here in 3 weeks over Labor Day weekend.
Yep, we have a great view from where we're at here. It's nice in here today. We're able to watch the crews, how they disassemble everything from the IndyCar series and how they wrap things up, and they're moving on to another show.
Yes, they are, and the best part is we're 1 minute away from the start of the next and final race of the weekend. Rob Howden, like I said, making his way up here. Lots of people still in the paddock as, the track is so close because we're racing. So everybody is out there hanging out. Our friends from every IndyCar team in the process of tearing down and getting their haulers packed. They have to head off to the lovely Milwaukee Mile.
Yep, and good for them.
They will have their final race in Nashville as Rob Howden joins us as we are now under about 30 seconds for the command to start the engines for a USF 2000 with their final race of the year. Man, we've done 9 races, and Rob's done a majority of them. Rob's done, let's see here, Rob's done 8 of the 10, so he has talked a whole heck of a lot. One of the best guys in the business. I'm not saying that because he's just standing here, but he is a good guy, good friend, and we are glad to have him here each and every weekend that the IndyCar Series has USF with us. So as we get ready to go racing one more time for the BitNile.com Grand Prix of Portland presented by Ask ROI, USF 2000 engines are fired. We will get the starting lineup and everything here as we get set to go forward once we get the YouTube stream up and running, and then we will get going. But, man, I'm telling you right now, we've got 17 cars on track. Take that back. We're going to have 16 cars. Yep. Cars are now rolling as we have 16 cars out on the track for USF Pro 2 or USF 2000. As I hand it back off to my friend Rob Howden, who's looking at a very well-deserved vacation coming up in the next few days.
Bobby, thank you so much. Yeah, I think all the teams, drivers, mechanics, engineers, coaches would all love a little bit of time off. It has been a grind through the middle of the season here all the way to Portland. Drivers leaving the grid for the final time in USF 2000. Jack Jeffers starting on the pole, but we'll go to the tail of the field. Spencer Hancock for NV Motorsports looking for another full-distance run. Rookie driver. First race for him, first race for the team. He'll start alongside Von Mishko. Row number 7 will have Joshua Leonel, the Texan for D-Force Racing in the number 11 alongside the Californian. Christian Cameron in the number 19. Row 6 will be Brad Majman from Australia alongside his Jay Howard driver development teammate, the Canadian Anthony Martella. Majman in the 7, Martella in the 9. Row number 5 will be G3 Argyros for PAP Racing, starting in 10th spot in the 23 alongside Eddie Beswick out of Australia for Synergy Motorsports in the number 30. Row number 4, great run yesterday for Ryan Janetta trying to keep it going. The VRD driver in the 99, starting 8th alongside Lucas Fracuri, the Brazilian for Exclusive Autosport. Row 3 will be Caleb Gaffer out of North Carolina alongside P2 driver in the points, Thomas Schrag from Ohio in the number 2. Row 2 will have Sebastian Garzón out of Bogota, Colombia in the D-Force Racing number 12. Evan Cooley on the inside out of Illinois in the number 90. 16 drivers in the field, 2 on the front row, off pole, 3rd place in points, still with a potential shot at battling his teammate for the position. That is Teddy Masella from Florida for VRD Racing in the 25. and the driver on the pole, winning the championship yesterday. The pressure's off. Join me in the pre-show. Jack Jeffers out of San Antonio, Texas, for exclusive Autosport in the number 92, your pole sitter. Drivers will work their way now through turn number 10, 11, and 12 onto the front straightaway. And for the final time in 2025, drivers lined up, 25 laps up for grabs here, and we are green, green, green. Great start for Jeffers. Masella coming alongside as well. Big sweeping run. Little break lock up there coming through. A couple of drivers are going to have to go through the cut through. Yeah, 3 of them not able to get through. 3 different teams as well. Exclusive, D-Force, and I believe Jay Howard. Drivers having to go through. Battling a little bit further back, side by side through turn number 4. Good jump there. I believe that is Teddy Masella, I think, up into the second spot. Jack Jeffers trying to do what Garcia did and put the exclamation point on the season. Thus far, the champions have all won the final race of the year. Actually, no. Scorpione won 2 of the 3. Ty Fisher was the winner in race number 3 for USF Juniors. Oh, driver dropping a wheel further back, coming out of turn number 7. That'll stack things up. Let's see what kind of excitement we get in the opening lap. Always the best opportunity to overtake. You're on top of a driver. You can go over, under. That's why we're seeing 2, 3 wide coming down into turn number 9. 9, the left-hander. 10, 11, 12. Look at this. Side by side coming through turn number 12. Hold on. Coming out of the corner. A lot of action deeper in the pack. Jeffers leads. Masella runs in second spot. Now they'll try to settle in. Good fight right now there for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. I think that might be Thomas Schrag. Remember, Schrag still battling it out with his teammate Masella. Everybody settling in here again. Final race of the season. It's been a great one for these young drivers in USF 2000. We've got some fantastic drivers in this category, I'm telling you. USF Pro 2000 is going to be an absolute barn burner next year with the drivers that are likely moving up. We'll see how many of the drivers stay for another year. 2 sophomores in USF 2000 could be strong. Right now, Masella just 19 points behind his teammate Thomas Schrag. Look at these guys going at it further back. Ooh, I thought there might have been some contact coming through there. Ryan Janetta slotting into position. Here comes Jeffers. Masella's trying to run him down. Teddy Masella going to try to run him down here. Only about 3 or 4 car lengths now coming through turn number 1, 2, and 3 as Masella trying to leverage that draft. Top 3 drivers in the points locked. Whether or not Masella gets a chance to get on top of Schrag, we'll see. Schrag running P3 has that locked down. 19-point difference is a pretty big swing. One of the drivers would have to DNF, I think. Schrag would have to DNF for Masella really have an honest shot at getting second place in the points. Schrag came in knowing he had to sweep the weekend if he wanted to steal it away from Jack Jeffers. And Jeffers, of course, coming back in race number 2. Schrag did everything he could. Great run. Swept all 33 points in the opening round of the triple header. But Jeffers came back to win race number 2, having finished second in race number 1. Padded the points he needed in race 125, knowing all he had to do was get to 401, and that would be enough. Settling in a bit here now. Masella most definitely closing. Call it 3 car lengths down into 1. Jeffers going to get challenged. But as we talked about in that pre-race show, this is about going out and having a good time. No pressure. Just getting a chance to drive one of these race cars. Remember a story that I heard last year. One of our USF Pro 2000 drivers was battling just the feel of the car, and family good friends with Joseph Newgarden, and Joseph came and sat and talked to this young driver and simply said straight out, you're getting a chance to drive a race car. Just have fun. That's one of the things about this. If you're having fun, you're quick. As Billy Vincent says, fun is fast, fast is fun, fast is winning. You got to have a good time out here. You got to enjoy it. You got to embrace it. When you're fighting the car, you're struggling. When the car's good and you're good, it just feels like a little bit of magic. Wing damage there, I think, for Sebastian Garzone. Yeah, you can see the left part of that front wing dangling a little bit. Yeah, it's bouncing around there. I don't know if that's really going to play any factor right now. The bottom line is, though, when you're pounding the curbs like they are coming through this corner, wouldn't take much to, as he gets through, for that to hit, bite, and away it goes. Right behind Garzone is Caleb Gaffera. Jeffers leads, Masella second, Schrag third, Cooley now into fourth spot. Brendan Cooley runs in fourth, Sebastian Garzone fifth, Caleb Gaffera sixth, Brad Majman seventh, Eddie Beswick eighth, Jeshua Lionel, who started 14th up to 9th. Yesterday got taken out in turn number one where he was running strongly upside in there to the top 5. He's going to try to bounce back again, but already plus 5 for Jeshua Lionel. Great drive for the Texan now, and he's only a half a second behind Eddie Beswick. So Lionel, I guarantee you, driving with a little bit extra today, trying to prove himself after the issue yesterday. One driver sent it down the inside, collected him out of that corner. There's a great shot of the leader. Yeah, Teddy Masella's there. Schrag's coming as well. Big run for Masella. Jeffers is going to go down to the bottom of the racetrack. Thomas Schrag hunting as well. Watch for the over-under to come. Not quite enough. Little lock up there as well for Masella. Garzone to the inside of Cooley. Book it into turn number 1. Let's see if Cooley can go back at him. Evan Cooley now back into the 5th spot. Garzone up into 4th. Young driver who won the Lucas Oil School of Racing Formula Car Series last year. Really started to find a little bit more pace here mid-season and through to the end here this past weekend. Top 5 yesterday. Strong run. Trying to get another top 5 here today. Being told right now, this could be big. Drive-through penalty for the number 2 at Thomas Schrag. That's coming from Race Control. Car 2, drive-through penalty for contact, lap 1, turn 1. Schrag, second place in points, is going to get a drive-through. A drive-through not enough to hurt you in terms of going down a lap. But remember, if he finishes that far back and Masella's up front, there's a possibility that Masella could steal second. It's going to move Garzone to 3rd, Cooley to 4th, Gaffera goes to 5th, Majman 6th, Beswick 7th, Lionel 8th, Fakuri 9th, and Anthony Martella up into 10th. Schrag's going to go all the way down to dead last, 16th. Oh, man. Did we just blow this thing wide open? Let's have a look as they run on track. 16th for Schrag, 365. Masella second, 366. Masella could take second place away if he holds on to P2. But Schrag has the opportunity to try to close back up. All he needs is a couple spots, very similar to what Matt Clark had to do. Masella really has to potentially go to the lead here. If he wins this, he'd get 371. And that would mean that Schrag would have to get himself back to 9th or 10th. We'll figure out how far Schrag's back. Masella going to the outside on Jeffers. Teddy Masella trying to race for second. Jeffers driving the inside line. Handful of wheel coming through turn number 2 there. You can see how much these guys are on the wheel coming through that corner. The car's so unsettled when you come through turn number 1. Those close shots that we see them climbing over top, and they're in that bit of a four-wheel drift already to get the car turned, almost backing it in a little bit, a little trail brake as they come through turn 1. It doesn't drive through, it almost drifts through, and you see them kind of bottom out as they come through the lower area between the curbing. A lot of different storylines right now. Drivers trying to get their best runs of the year. Cooley up to fourth. Gaffera fifth. Caleb Gaffera also in a battle for the fourth spot, I believe. Yeah, with his teammate, G3 Argyros. Argyros down currently in 13th spot. That would put him 289. Gaffera running fifth would put him 290. As they run on the racetrack, Gaffera is going to leapfrog his teammate to P4 in the championship. Brad Majman, though, right there on Gaffera. In fact, just got by. I believe he just got by. Lucas Fakuri fighting it out with Ryan Janetta as well. That's 9th, 10th, and 11th with Anthony Martella in there as well. Schrag 5.3 seconds behind Spencer Hancock, another 3.5 behind Von Mishko. Last time by quicker by 2 seconds. Hancock, of course, brand new to the program, his first weekend, just trying to get as many laps as he can, finish the first 2 races cleanly, roll that car back to the paddock, get it rolled back into the trailer. That's the mission for the brand new team, NV Motorsports, based out of the Thermal Club in California. Great to see them here. 3 cars actually under the tent. They're only running the one, but they brought all 3 cars. They got the series officials to look over them, make sure everything's dialed in correctly so they can continue their testing. Hopefully for seeing them on the track with 3 cars next season. If you're a young driver who wants to get into this program and you're maybe in Southern California, connect with NV Motorsports. Get a testing program going in the off-season. First and second, great battle. Third and fourth, great battle. Majman able to get by Gaffera. That may put Argyros back where he needs to be in fourth with just enough points. So Jack Jeffers Exclusive Autosport has it handled. Won the championship. It's already done. But the VRD drivers, Masella and Schrag, are battling for the championship with their positions, second and third. And the 2 Pabst drivers, Argyros and Gaffera, are battling for fourth and fifth. Thomas Schrag again. Fastest lap. That's a bonus point he'll definitely want to use to try to hold off his teammate. He's running 16th. Masella in second. Masella second, 366 points. 16th, 365 for Schrag. But bonus point for fast lap of the race. Tiebreaker is most race wins. Schrag has more than Masella. But Masella's going to try to add another one here as he keeps fighting it out with Jack Jeffers. Jeffers continues to run that inside line. Masella keeps pushing, just trying to see if he can't force a mistake. And that left end plate for the wing of Garzon still holding on. It's flopping, but it's still holding on. He's running P3. Cooley fourth. Majman fifth. Gaffera sixth. Beswick, Lionel, Martella, and Fakuri. Martella went from 11th to 9th. Good run for Anthony. Also a very close championship battle in the team championship between VRD Racing and Exclusive Autosport. VRD Racing, with the issue for Schrag back at the tail, he's actually gotten by Von Mishko. So Schrag now up into 15th, right there with Spencer Hancock. Schrag wouldn't be the counter right now for VRD. It would be Ryan Janetta who runs in 11th. So second and 11th for VRD. First and fourth for Cooley. It's going to be a tight championship for sure. Thomas Schrag has been able to get by Spencer Hancock, so move him to 14th. So 14th for Schrag, 367. Second for second for Masella, 366. Bonus point for fast lap. It would be a 2-point lead for second for Thomas Schrag. So he's got himself back to where he could potentially hold on to P2. A little different. If Masella gets the race win, that would be 371. $371 to $367. So still an opportunity here for Thomas Schrag to hold on to the spot. Final race of this 2025 season. Coming up to the halfway point with Jeffers and Masella in the middle of an epic battle up front. Mano a mano. Third, fourth, fifth, and sixth have gapped up a little bit. Season started back in March at the Grand Prix of St. Petersburg. After that, all three series, including USF 2000, went to NOLA Motorsports Park. The USF 2000 drivers part of the month of May. Road course race at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, followed up by the Carb Night Classic out at IRP, the Freedom 75. That race won by Anthony Martella. From there, IndyCar race at Road America in June, the July 4th weekend at Mid-Ohio. Back up to Toronto for another street circuit event. Then here to Portland. 8 race weekends, 18 total races in the series. See whether or not Evan Cooley can get anything here to close back up. Because, yeah, there's a bit of a slide coming through turn number 11 for Sebastian Garzone. Hung it out there. Yeah, Cooley's back on the wheel here. Evan Cooley trying to close back up. Great battle for the lead between Jack Jeffers and Teddy Masella. As Jeffers said in the pre-race show, no pressure at all right now. Just go out and have fun. Go drive this car for the last time. Remember, he's going USF Pro 2000 racing next year with that scholarship worth over $405,000. Oh, listen to this, folks. Being told Jack Jeffers is going to get a one-spot penalty. He has to give up the lead for blocking. So a block on Jeffers. Masella is going to take the lead here. Now the key for the 92 of Jeffers is to get it done early. Let him go by. He's going to leave it open to the inside of 1 so he can go back to work. So a blocking penalty. Masella's going to go to the lead. Jeffers going to try to tuck right back in. Well done there, Masella. All right, Teddy, were you faster? Go to work. Let's see if Masella can go to the front. This is also potentially huge in the championship as well. Because as he runs, that would put Masella with 341, Schrag 14th. So a win, 371 rather for Masella, 14th, 367. That has put Schrag back to third as he leads now. Teddy Masella would take second in the points. Let's see what Jeffers has. It looked to me like Masella was kind of hanging with him, but Jack Jeffers is coming back at him on the inside of the straightaway. All the way down to the bottom of the racetrack. Jeffers to the inside. No. Defended. Masella coming across the bow from right to left. Wise for Jeffers to check up a little bit there. No need to chuck it off. Gonna keep digging. I'm sure he's thinking team championship as well. Already has the driver title. They may need some help from Evan Cooley to come up here and attack Sebastian Garzone. Thomas Schrag is closed up to Ryan Janetta. Not sure what happened to Ryan there. He's fallen down to the 19th spot. Who else has fallen down the order? Martella up to 7th. Beswick 8th. Fakuri 9th. Christian Cameron 10th. So Lionel, who was up into 8th, he's back into 11th. Janetta, who was up in the 10th spot, is down to 13th now. Schrag only 1.5 back. Thomas Schrag keeps digging. 15 laps down, 10 to go. Jack Jeffers put a ton of pressure on Masella down into turn number 9. I thought he may send it up the inside, but thought better of it. Again, this is not one of those races where you wad a car up having already won the championship. If the pass is going to come, it's going to get done right. That wing still hanging off there for Garzone. That cannot help through the 10, 11, 12 complex. We said Thomas Schrag keeps digging, trying to work his way back forward as well. He is 14th, trying to find the pace to get by Ryan Janetta. That's his teammate, VRD teammate Janetta. Christian Cameron now the next highest VRD driver. That's the team championship points. Team championships use the team's two best results in each race. As they run on the racetrack right now, VRD would have that team championship with Masella leading and Cameron 10th. Exclusive Autosport 2nd and 4th. Jeffers and Cooley. Not sure how the swing would be if Jeffers gets back by Masella and Cooley gets back by Garzon. Got to watch out for a Lionel on Cameron as well, because Cameron's that point counter. Going to be a grind for sure. Eddie Beswick rolling through, currently running 8th spot for Synergy Motorsports. Cooley's getting a run here. Oh yeah, Cooley trying to dig in. He's about 4 or 5 car lengths back. Look at Cooley to within about a length and a half. 8 laps to go in the 2025 season. It's been such a fantastic year so far. Big thank you, of course, to everybody from the AMR IndyCar safety team. Huge part of our family here in the USF Pro Championships. All the staff, all the crew members, driver families, engineers, coaches, team owners. They're the backbone, the foundation of this ladder system that develops drivers for IndyCar. Again, it's been a great season. Excited to get the 2026 schedule locked in soon, too. I'm sure everybody's excited to see it. Figure out which new young drivers come into USF Juniors. We're going to see a number of them come back for their sophomore seasons. A lot of times we'll see Europeans come over, insert themselves into USF 2000, maybe USF Pro 2000. Drivers like Louis Foster coming over from the GB3 series. Teddy Masella's lead just a half a second. There it is right there. Jeffers not that far back. Garzon still getting hounded here by Evan Cooley, although Brad Majman's up on the wheel as well. Lucas Facuri pounding it through. Another driver dropping a wheel. Look at the dust up coming out of 3. It might have been Cooley. Running the ragged edge, trying to get himself onto the podium. Seven laps to go. Thomas Schrag still with the fast lap. He has now caught Ryan Janetta. Schrag digging. If he gets by Janetta, that would move him to 13th. 368 plus the fast lap bonus will put him at 369. Masella's getting 371 if he wins. He's also potentially going to grab, I don't know that he'll be able to get the most laps led. I think Jeffers already has most laps led. Team championship most definitely up for grabs still. Slowly winding things down. Masella getting the lead after a blocking call on Jeffers. The call to move over, cede the spot. Masella has taken advantage of that and is slowly but surely inching away a couple tenths of a second at a time. Jeffers continues to push, as does Cooley, trying to find a way by Garzon. Thomas Schrag now 4 seconds behind G3R. Giroux was quicker by about 7 tenths of a second last lap. He's got 6 laps to go. Man, there's a chance he could potentially get up to G3. Teddy Masella trying to leapfrog over Schrag to second in the points. Masella looking for his second win of the season. Victor at Road America as well. Eight-tenths of a second was a lead last time by. There you have it visually as they come through turn number 7. Cooley most definitely back on Garzone. Both these drivers fighting to a podium in the final race of the year. Cooley in the slipstream. Has a little look to the outside, trying to fill those mirrors. That wing still holding on for Garzone. 4 to go when they come back to the stripe. Last 4 laps, the 2025 season. Championship celebration. Monday evening. We'll honor the champions, all the top 3. Rookie of the Year, Hard Charger Awards, Mechanic of the Year, Engineer of the Year, Spirit Awards. It's going to be a great night to celebrate the accomplishments of these young men and women. Cooley was just 3/10 back on that last lap. Schrag now 1.6 behind Argyros. 1.2 quicker on the last lap. Schrag is putting down big laps right now. A 1:12.09. He's 4/10 quicker than the leader right now, Thomas Schrag. He's trying to get to Argyros. If he can get to Argyros, he's running essentially with a Lionel. There's a chance that Schrag could get to 11th. That would put him at 370. Fast lap of the race would be 371. That would tie him with Masella. He'd win the tiebreaker for second place in points. Schrag's got to get to 11th. He's got 4 laps to do it. Masella leading right now, and as he runs on the racetrack, would be the runner-up in the championship. Schrag's got to get 2 cars. He's got fast lap already. He's got to get to a Lionel. And they're right in front of me here, and they're close. I think he'd love to see potentially G3 get to a Lionel and start battling because he's close to there. You saw just the back of the screen there. Right there, 3rd and 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th coming through. There we come, the next group. There, right at the very back of the screen. That's a Lionel, Argyros, and Thomas Schrag. He has got to get to a Lionel to get second place in the points. And he is digging. Oh, driver's gone around down in turn number 1. He's able to continue. That might be Von Mishko, I believe. Well done to be able to continue. Thomas Schrag battling for second place in the points. Here they come right here. That was a Lionel. A Lionel running in 11th. Argyros 12th. Schrag 13th. 2 to go. 2 laps remaining. There they are right there. Schrag's got to send it here pretty soon. He's close on Argyros. I would expect a full send down into turn number 1. Can he get there? He does. Book it. He's through. Schrag goes to P12. 1 more spot could potentially be second in the championship for Thomas Schrag. The drive-through penalty for contact on lap number 1. He's got to get back to a Lionel. 371 points for Masella leading the race right now. Schrag as he runs on the racetrack in 12th. 369 with a bonus point for fast lap. He needs to get to 11th. 2 to go. Thomas Schrag has got to get Joshua Lionel if he wants second place in points. Otherwise, it goes to his teammate, Teddy Masella, who's looking to grab his second win of the season. White flag flying. 1 to go. Jeffers not close enough to go for the race win. Masella looking for victory number 2 on the season. But this is all about Thomas Schrag trying to get second. How close is he coming across the line? He's watching it. 7-8 car lengths. He is going to send it deep into turn number 1. Beswick and Facuri. Lucas Facuri trying to find another spot. Teddy Masella going to get that second win and potentially second place in the points. The last shot for Schrag is going to be turn number 9, end of the straightaway. I don't think he's going to risk it, though. You don't want damage here at the end of the race. You'd love to get second, but you don't want to bring it back on the dolly. There's third and fourth as well. Out of the final corner. Jeffers right there in second, but this one's going to belong to Teddy Masella, the VRD driver, getting the win. It's going to give VRD very likely the team championship as well. The final race winner of the season in USF 2000 is Teddy Masella. Twin checkers from Aaron Likens. And where are we on the run for Thomas Schrag? Is he able to get by? I don't think he was. Not enough for Thomas Schrag. He's going to come home in 12th. So unofficially, I believe that's going to put Teddy Masella up into second and drop Thomas Schrag into third. Very unofficial. Not sure if you'll see any penalties at the end of the race that could potentially change the order. But unofficially, Teddy Masella with the race win. And there's Spencer Hancock across the line. Mission accomplished for Spencer, young driver from Utah. Completed every lap of the weekend, all 75. Gained some valuable experience with NV Motorsports moving into 2026. Teddy Masella, though, with the victory. Very impressive run for the young driver from Florida. Jack Jeffers coming home in second spot. Sebastian Garzone, even with that damaged front wing, able to hold off Evan Cooley. Brad Majman ends up in fifth spot. Caleb Gaffera in sixth. Anthony Martella, seventh. Lucas Facuri in eighth. Ninth was Eddie Beswick. 10th spot, Christian Cameron. There's 11th, Joshua Leonel. Thomas Schrag, 12th. He needed Leonel, I believe, to get the points to move himself over top of Masella for second in points. So Thomas ends up P3. Both those drivers can add so many points to the VRD team championship total. I believe unofficially VRD, the team champions. G3 Ardros comes home in 13th spot. Ryan Janetta, 14th. Spencer Hancock, 15th. Von Mishko, 16th. And as we said, Timothy Carell, driver who started the weekend off, had that bad wreck. Did not complete the remainder of the weekend, but we send him our best wishes. Hopefully he's feeling better from that horrific barrel roll from race number 1. For the second time this season, Teddy Masella is going to pull the helmet off as a race winner. It'll help with the Hans. Teddy Masella hounded Jack Jeffers all race long. Hounded him into a mistake, little block. Race control saw that. Almost got called up. And Teddy Masella grabbing his second win. And he's going to move to P2 in the championship as well. Second place, the championship for Teddy Masella. He and Schrag able to provide the points they needed to go to the championship. Give it up for Christian Cameron, 10th place as well. That was huge. 10th place for Christian Cameron. The extra points VRD needed because Exclusive Autosport was second and fourth. They gave it a good go here in the final race. But drivers down there getting weighed as they always do. First podium of the year, I think, as well for Sebastian Garzone, the young D-Force driver from Colombia. Good for him. Battled all race long, challenged hardcore by Evan Cooley. We'll be ready to wrap things up. Those drivers will head on over to Victory Lane. I'll get a chance to talk with second and third first. And, of course, when we get up onto the podium, we'll chat with Teddy Masella, the race winner. Otherwise, celebrations continuing down on pit lane. Bobby, let's you and I wrap things up here as well, my friend. Great to be with you guys, as always. As you said, a very hot day, 96 degrees here right now. We knew it was going to be hot at the end of the day. These young drivers battling the high heat of a Sunday.
Absolutely. Record-setting day at PIR in terms of the hottest Grand Prix of Portland ever. We actually ticked up to 99 at the airport just down the road. So, of course not. You know what? So, it's great to see you as always, my friend. Thank you for sharing, allowing us to be in your booth, because this really is your booth. You call so many races during the course of the weekend. But you deserve a nice vacation. Go enjoy Cannon Beach for a few weeks. Hang out here on the beautiful Oregon coast.
I'm excited. I'm going to head down to Victory Lane. I'll see you guys when I get back up.
Sounds good. All right, Rob, as he said, headed down to Victory Lane to go and congratulate the winners. Again, Teddy Masella is your winner. Jack Jeffers in second. Sebastian Garzon in third. Okay, we are going to go ahead and copy that. All right, just getting some instructions in my head. I do hear voices in my head occasionally. That's
all the time, Bobby.
When you work in broadcasting, it happens all the time. Special shout out to our friends at IMSP. You guys make our job so much easier, so thank you so very much. We appreciate your friendship and all the fun that we have each and every IndyCar weekend that you guys are in Portland. Well, Phil, normally we would be sad because we would be saying, well, we got to wait another year. But
we're not.
My brother, I get to see you in 3 weeks.
3
I'm
weeks,
super excited
right
for
here
this.
at Portland National Raceway. Pacific Office Automation. We got NASCAR, Xfinity, and, ARCA coming here, too.
Oh, it's going to be a blast.
It's going to be awesome. Can't wait.
It will wrap up what we're calling the month of speed here at PIR, but we're so lucky to be here. Thank you to everybody, again, across the board. Without these guys and without our volunteers, events like this would not be possible. So, for the last time, my friend, for the BitNile.com Grand Prix.
Well, not for the last time, buddy. We'll see you in a few weeks.
Presented by Ask ROI. For Phil Martelli, I am Bobby Corser. Everybody have a great, safe trip home. We will see a lot of you back here in 3 weeks for Xfinity Racing at Portland International Raceway. But before we go, we need to throw it down to Rob Howden as he is getting ready to hand it off. Oh, perfect.
Thank you, Bobby. I appreciate it. Indeed, down here for the final time here this weekend, this year, here in Portland. Sebastian Garzon for D-Force Racing. You have worked hard all year to be able to come and get this podium. Talk about it a little bit. Broken front wing. How much did that affect the way the car was handling?
No, well, I didn't feel the front wing that was damaged. Like, I touched with Caleb at the second lap. I feel that, but I didn't know my front wing was broken. No, I'm super happy to get this podium because my team, me, never give up during the season, finding the car every track, like, better and better. Me working hard for being here, and now prepare strong for next season.
Congratulations, my friend. Well done.
Thank you.
Sebastian Garzon, like you said, folks, coming back next season. Let's bring Jack Jefferson here. That'll be a driver to watch, no doubt about it. Jack, come on in here. I know you would like to get the win. They got you for blocking there. You end up finishing second. What? The bottom line is you're the champion. How did that race go for you?
Well, I mean, it's all right. Obviously I wanted to win, and I was having a good battle with Teddy, and I don't feel I blocked, but if the series says otherwise, then, I'll have to learn my lesson and move on, right? So, okay race. We came here to get the championship, and that's what we got. So it was more about just, having fun out there and racing Teddy and making it a battle. And he raced me clean, so a lot of respect to him. But, not ideal. Not what we wanted.
And now you start thinking about Pro 2000.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it since last night. But, it's eyes forward on Pro 2000 and focus on prepping myself for next year to make sure I'm ready for a championship.
Congrats on a great season.
Thank you.
P2 today, Jack Jeffers, folks. It's time to go into the podium right now. We'll get a chance to talk to Teddy Masella here momentarily. We've got 3 drivers to come and get some awards, and then we'll get things underway. Great job by, as we said, Sebastian Garzon, his first podium. Let's wrap up the 2025 season. Hardware waiting for these young drivers. We'll let them get back to the paddock as we are done for this program. The final podium this year. Let's start with the driver coming home in that third position for D-Force Racing. A round of applause for Sebastian Garzon. Good job, Sebastian. Far side for me here. Podium's racking up. Strongest driver of the second half of the season. Clinched the championship yesterday. Second place today from Exclusive Autosport, Jack Jeffers. Good battle with Teddy Masella, as he said. Super clean, battling back and forth. But last but not least, we're going to talk to him when he gets up here. Second win on the season. He goes to P2 in the points too, folks. Give it up for Teddy Masella, finishing in the P1 position. Teddy, you had to get it done to get by your teammate there. Turn a little straight for me. Fantastic drive, able to get the win. They made you go around for a blocking penalty, but you pulled away to a certain extent after that. How good was the race car?
So, I mean, it was really good. I knew once I was able to get by Jack, I was going to be able to like keep in front of him. Just the dirty air around here made it so hard, especially how close me and Jack are on pace. That dirty air through 3 and 4 so hard to get close to someone. That after I was able to get by because of the penalty, I was just knew if I kept hitting my marks, he wouldn't be able to get by. So, and thankfully that's what I did. Just kept hitting my marks and I got away with the win. So
always great to end the season off with a victory. Who do you want to thank today?
I want to thank my dad, especially for all the hard work he's done. Dwayne, my spotter, Dan for the good car, Jacob, Pinky, everyone that's helped me and supported me throughout the team. And then, of course, my sponsors, Triassic Competizione, Jersey Mike's, and Don't Sleep Energy, just for the extra support that they've given me throughout the whole season.
Well done, my friend. Get in the middle here. Let's get that trophy up there. Get some photos done. For the final time, we'll have our champagne spray, of course, for these young drivers here in the USF 2000 category. What a way to cap off the season. Great stuff for these young drivers. 3 different teams on the podium as well. VRD Racing, Exclusive Autosport, and D-Force Racing, the first trip to the podium for young Sebastian Garzon. Great drive for Jack Jeffers, as we know, capping off a tremendous season. We'll see him in the USF Pro Championship scholarship livery next year, taking $405,000 scholarship to go to USF Pro 2000 in 2026. And then Teddy Musella moving his way up into second place in points. Strong victory for him. I think maybe by 1 point, I believe, 1 or 2 points at max. Able to go up to P2, although he and his teammate Thomas Schrag enough points to give VRD the team championship. As I've said before, the lovely Sue will bring in our age-appropriate sparkling beverage. Guys, for the final time in 2025, grip it and rip it. Let's celebrate with the champagne. And there you go, folks, the final spray. Teddy Musella getting the victory, the last win of the 2025 season. That is it. One more round of applause, everybody here, please, for my drivers on the podium today. Teddy Musella getting the victory. Jack Jeffers, the champion of 2025.